do is they use people's SIM. So when they get your SIM, for example, if your phone gets stolen, it's important that you quickly block your line, block all of your account details and your account number. So what he does really is, you can help me chip in. So they get SIMs, people's SIM, and then he has this software where he can use his SIM to transfer money from your account, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can transfer money from your account. These are things we used to, we've always heard of Yahoo boys and all these scammers. But I guess for some people, it gave you some sort of peace that at least they're not doing it to us. They're doing it to maybe foreigners. It was popular with them doing it to a lot of foreigners, right? Yes. That's what we all know. But now, obviously, they are, I guess, because a lot of foreign banks and foreign accounts have put a lot of safety measures in place. So much, I guess, it's not that easy to wire a foreign person or a scam. It's still, they still do that.
Yes.
Okay, so why is it now more popular that they're doing it even amongst Nigerians? So why do you think is there now? Because we didn't used to hear that they would do it in Nigeria. They used to do it a lot with foreign accounts. Why do you think that is sort of now a thing here?
I feel with what you just said that, okay, we feel it doesn't happen to us, it's only foreigners. People are more relaxed.
Yes, so they've now realized that
all people are aware of the fact that they now do it with SIM. And even besides this SIM, whatever, even if you're safe with your SIM, even your phone, if your SIM, if you are, like someone said, he sold his phone out to someone, he didn't clear his phone.
Oh,
so the person went through his
SIM was not even there.
His SIM was not there.
Hey,
and got through his account and took his money.
This made me panic. It made me panic because I don't have plenty of money in my account, so sorry if you sorry if you get my SIM. Sorry, I don't think you get anything there. But besides, there's a lot of us. Also, one of the things he mentioned, a lot of us save our BVN on our phones because we don't want to forget. Obviously, we save our details, passwords, and stuff on there. Exactly, only in our mail. I'm going to play the recording. Then I'm going to be talking to a cybersecurity expert. He's going to give us a few tips as well on how you don't fall victim to these people. But like I said, this young man, let me actually play the audio. This is him actually. Oh, sugar. All right. So this is him in a, I beg your pardon, in an interview when he was caught. All right. So he's from Ibadan. He's in Ibadan. This is an Ibadan guy. And one of the things that jumped out at me also is the fact that they actually even advertise. He said they advertise on Facebook. If you need a local wire.
Yes, on WhatsApp status too.
On WhatsApp status. So would they advertise that if you have somebody's SIM?
Yes, if you have a local bank account
of somebody else, so obviously not your own.
Of somebody else, yes. Mostly foreign accounts.
And people actually will give them, maybe even if they have an uncle that has, they know.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. That they say that sure from when you. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. But let's play this. I just did a few snippets of him talking about, how he does this and what he does and all of that. And maybe there's something you can learn from here because I know it's painful. I've seen people whose 200K and to them is life has been wiped from their account. They just woke up and 200K, and that 200K they were saving for something important, or they saved it with their sweat and blood. Just 200K. I know people that millions have been wiped from their account. There's boys like this, young boys like this. And we're going to talk about, yes, a lot of people have said, don't arrest him and rehabilitate him so that maybe he can start working for EFCC. And I don't know, but if you're being wiped of your 1 million that you use sweat and blood, you just want them to just throw him in a jail and throw the key away. All right, so let's listen to what he's got to say. I don't know, can I hook this up to Bluetooth so that we can hear this properly? So we're going to listen to him, and then, like I said, I have a security expert who perhaps will give us a few tips on how to stay away from this kind of people and these situations as well. Because like I said, it's not easy. Okay, here we go. All right, so here we go.
When last 2 weeks. So what really happened is that there was a guy called somewhere. So he called me to come and check one account that he has a work for me at Toll Gate in Ibadan. So when I get there, so he told me that the work had been with him over 4 days, that there's money on the account. So when I checked the account, I saw almost like 700,000 plus. So I told him that what took him so long before calling me. Okay, now I said I just do anything I can do to get money. So that particular day, the person doesn't even have BVN on the SIM. So when I checked the BVN, it don't use the phone number to register BVN. So I checked the person contact, maybe he saved the BVN. So it didn't save the BVN. So I was now thinking that maybe this BVN could be saved in the iCloud or maybe the Yahoo Mail. So I had the iCloud because I only asked for the email of the iCloud. So when I get the email, so I set the password. After sending the password, I checked the iCloud. I couldn't find BVN, no contact on the iCloud. So my man just told me that I should go and check the Yahoo Mail, that it could maybe this thing could save the BVN on the Yahoo Mail. So when I had the Yahoo Mail, I saw the BVN. So when I got the BVN,
obviously he says the BVN, and listen to what it says next.
Every day, but I only advertise on Facebook that whenever you need a local, whenever I want a local wire, can you DM me? It's not every day. It's a local wire. So it's not every day, once. But the money, the highest money I've seen before is 500,000 naira.
500,000 naira at one time.
Bad.
So what do you need before you can have access to somebody's account?
Only the last thing, that's all. Only the last thing, that's all. That's all. Yeah.
That's all he needs. Only your alert SIM, and that's all he needs to, be able to wipe a person's money, life savings, sweat and blood off of, their in their bank accounts. So when you lose your phone, maybe the list of your worries is, hey, my iPhone, hey, my Samsung 10, whatever. That may be the list of your worries. You may also be worried about, hey, all of your account, because banks have made it so easy for you to transfer money these days. So a lot of people, almost everybody, can do the whole quick dial thing, and then you save your password somewhere as well. You have your token. So, like I said, the list of your worries may be that you have just lost a phone. So I'm going to bring on Nasise. Nasise is going to be my guest this morning, and he's going to be talking to me this morning about how to stay safe and how to stay secure as well. And he's someone that definitely I will be able to give us a few tips. Let me tell you a bit about him. Nasise is a software engineer and currently serves as the head of technology at F&K Savings, a fintech company that helps people to save and invest. He's an astute cybersecurity engineer with focus in cloud and software security. So Nasise is going to be giving us a few tips. You definitely need to stay tuned. He'll be sharing with us some important things to definitely note if you don't want to, fall prey to these people. Like I said, he's a cybersecurity expert who's very passionate about this thing. And I started to send him the video. I'm sure he had seen it as well. He had been here before. I think last year, June, he was here with us when we were talking about the whole Yahoo thing. So he's going to be on the phone live with me this morning to talk about this. Hi, good morning, Nasise.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you? Thank you very much for joining me today again. Thank you. You've been here before, and I'm glad that you've chosen to join us again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, you saw the video of the young man, and it feels like I was talking to some of the ladies here about how, when the last time you were here, we were talking about, cybercrime, Yahoo, and stuff like that. And it felt like when we thought of these scammers, we only thought of them hacking foreign accounts. But it feels like it's become quite popular, where we get people who just wake up one day and their money has just been wiped out of their account. Yeah. So I was wondering, why is it that all of a sudden it's more local and no longer foreign? Or is it that it's easier now to sort of scam people here in Nigeria?
Okay, so the thing is, so thank you very much for that. So the concern is that a lot of people are becoming to be aware of the vulnerabilities that exist in our society, especially with, there has been proliferations of a lot of financial innovations and all that. And it comes with a couple of concerns too, because people are not aware of some dangers they are on, right? So now we talk about local. Yeah, most of the video that circulated online yesterday, you see that the amateur, I call him a novice hacker though, because because it may seem to innovative, but it's something that's really simple that someone that is aware. So the only problem is awareness, right? So you could see from the video that he once he gets maybe hold of a SIM, he tries to look for a particular set of message, or he tries to look for some sort of messages.
Yes, in your phone, your email.
Yeah, from your email, from your phone and all that. And from which you will now extract some important information. So I feel like it is really important that people understand that there are some information that cannot be shared to some people, that cannot be shared over social media, that cannot even be saved.
Okay, what kind of information is that?
Now, for example, talking about the video, you could see that it is unsafe to be storing your BVN
on your phone.
On your phone. Yes, so it's not safe to store. It's rather maybe you write it on a journal and keep it in your house.
True.
Right?
Yes.
But the fact that you could go on, you could walk out tomorrow and maybe your phone slips from your hand or someone steals it from you is a concern.
Yeah.
And also trying to send such information via email or via chat.
True.
Do not say, because someone else can go through your chat or have access to your password and then have such information.
True.
But now, the primary concern is now that most people choose passwords and pins that are really easy to remember.
Yes.
And most times
because we want to remember it, right? I mean,
yeah. So the only concern that most people don't want to cram, they don't want to cram complicated passwords. Most people don't, right? So they're going for things they can easily remember.
Right.
And in most cases, you talk about their date of birth,
right, or
maybe their names.
Yes.
And this is something like we are used to doing, and everybody does it. It's like something everybody does. So if I'm a hacker, I can know that, well, there is a 60% chance that your password or your PIN code could be your a date of birth. And with your BVN, I can get hold of that information, basically. Right now, if I can get a BVN, there are ways you can just, in less than 2 minutes, you can get hold of the person's information, which is really important that we don't share some information online, and as much as possible, try to make our password secured and all that. Yeah.
Right. Oh wow. So don't store your BVN on your phone. That's definitely a major tip. Do not send it in an email to somebody else. And then what was it? The other one you said as well. So, and of course, don't share certain things on social media. So if you can do those things, why is it that why is it that it's so easy? What do you think banks are doing to ensure that it's not this easy to just, scam somebody of their life savings? What do you think that what should be done? Shouldn't there be more, high top security to make it sure? You've called this guy an amateur, so you can imagine what those who are more experienced could do.
Yeah, so from the banks, most of these issues or security concerns are caused by users, being users themselves, because not the bank. But you could see that's why banks or other fintech platforms introduce what we call a two-factor authentication, whereby even before a transaction is authorized, I still need to verify with another means.
Yes.
Right? Aside maybe my PIN and password, you have to send me an OTP.
True.
But now, the concern is there are some solutions that are very helpful, but they are also really tricky.
Right.
For example, now the wireless, the cardless payments.
Yes.
So that means that once I have access to the SIM for which an account was opened, I can initiate a transaction. Do you understand? So the responsibility right now is that
it's on you, the
most
user.
people have to be the users, because banks also have tried as much as possible to put a lot of security infrastructure in.
But they don't want to do too much that it frustrates you just because you want to do a simple transaction, right? Because if they make it too frustrating, then even it will frustrate you. If you just want to transfer 15 naira, then you have to go through. Nobody would like that, right?
Yes, nobody would like that. But the thing is, security concerns or cybercrime is becoming really, more people are really getting to. So now it is inconveniencing, but it is really important that people understand that it's something that is challenging, and if they don't really get themselves aware of it and try to, do one or two things to protect themselves from all these things, they are the most vulnerable. They are the vulnerable.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Nasisi. I know, I took you out of your very busy schedule to last minute talk to us, but thank you. We really appreciate that. Do have a wonderful day.
And you also, thank you very much.
All right, so if you don't take anything from what Nasisi said here today, delete. Just go to your phone right now. Oh, I know, you feel like you're going to forget. You're going to forget that BVN number. You're going to forget that clear it all off of your phone, right? I think that's the first step. Clear all of your important details from your notepad in your phone, from your emails, get them all out. So let's make it difficult for this, scammers and thieves, let's make it difficult for them to steal from us. We're going to take a short commercial break. It is Beyond the Surface. When we come back, we actually talked to a few people, and they told us their own life experience on waking up one morning and realizing that, hey, all of my money is gone. Nobody wants that to happen to them. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to hear a real life experience of people who have gone through this situation. So sit tight, relax. We will be right back.
Gbogbo èèyàn màmá bàbá ẹni tó tóbi ẹni tẹ́rẹ́ tàbí rùmùrùmù ṣé ìṣẹ́pọ̀ mẹ́fà ní kùntìẹ́ tàbí ẹyọ kọ́bọ̀rọ̀ gidi gbogbo yín la pè mọ nǹkan tọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ bá bà kájọ ṣeré ìdárayá. ẹ̀dùn náà ẹ̀yẹ kí sáré sẹ́ẹ̀tì díẹ̀ mu náà. ẹ jẹ́ lọ gbogbo èèyàn la pèsè eré ìdárayá pẹ̀lú ohunkóhun tó lè fọ́kàn àtàrà lókun nínú ìdíje 3 Crowns Milk Fitness Challenge amárata kébé ọlọ́gbọ̀n ọjọ́ forúkọsílẹ̀ lónìí ní www.femininelounge.com/competition.
3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ nípasẹ̀ ìròyìn BBC ní Yorùbá. Nítorí kí o tó lè tayọ, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n. Ní ìmísí pẹ̀lú àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìròyìn láti ibi àti káàkiri àgbáyé. Nígbà tí o bá ní ìmọ̀ nípa ohun tó ń lọ ní àgbáyé, o lè ṣe ohunkóhun. Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ. Wá BBC News Yorùbá kàn.
Charles!
Yes, Mommy?
Go and bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me.
Why 2?
Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs.
But I can't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them. But they are there. And that is why I trust only hypo bleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of hypo bleach.
Àwarawa eré aládùn orí rédíò tí àjọ Search for Common Ground ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìrànwọ́ owó láti ọwọ́ àjọ European Union.
Bí ẹ kò bá ra àwọn ohun èlò oúnjẹ yẹn máa kó àwọn ọmọ mi máa sì padà sílùú ńlá.
Kí ni ó wá ṣẹlẹ̀ síṣẹ́ onídìrí rẹ?
Olùkọ́ àgbà ọkùnrin yìí ni ó jí agolo gàrí kan lọ́dọ̀ yẹn Elisa.
Kí wá ní ìdí tí ẹ ṣe fẹ́ sún láàyè nítorí agolo gàrí kan àbí?
Eré aládùn orí rédíò yìí Àwarawa yóò máa wá sétí ìgbọ̀yín.
Ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ìṣẹ́gun Tuesday.
Láago 8 alẹ́.
Lórí ìkànnì yìí Splash 105.5 FM.
Ẹ kú ojú lọ́nà.
Àwarawa, 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 là ń tọ́jú ara wa.
Now, where's that big malt? Today was just one of those days. Woke up by 5, made breakfast, went to work, did my job, then my oga's work, then oga's work, came home, made dinner, and now nothing can stop me from enjoying my rich, smooth, refreshing Dubic malt.
Enjoy the silky smooth taste of Dubic malt. Dubic malt, crown the moment.
A major part of being a parent is being present. Stay in the picture and be the parent you want to be with AXA Life Insurance Living Benefits, free health check, loyalty bonus, cashback and permanent disability covers. Call 0700 AXA Life today to speak to an AXA financial advisor.
Charles!
Yes, Mommy?
Go and bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me.
Why 2?
Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs.
But I can't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them. But they are there. And that is why I trust only hypo bleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of hypo bleach.
Need to see the best performance?
Thank you.
In person?
With almost 100,000 Instagram followers and over 100,000 followers on Twitter. Wow! And more than 250,000 followers on Facebook. Our followers are our greatest assets. Join our social media family for breaking news, daily information, and giveaways. On Instagram and Twitter at Splash FM 1055. On Facebook at www.facebook.com/Splash FM 105.5.
It is time for celebration. 30 years busting with goodness. No challenge can ever stop us. You can't underrate us. You can't underrate it. Busting with so much greatness. Enjoy our wonderful. 30 years of nourishing goodness.
Splash FM 105.5.
Welcome back to Beyond the Surface on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. Thank you very much for tuning in. And for those who are tuning online as well, we appreciate you. Thank you, Facebook. All of our watchers, I would not say listeners and watchers, or our listeners on Facebook. We appreciate you. Thank you very much for joining us online. Well, today we've been talking about how to avoid falling a victim to scammers and hackers. A few days ago, a video circulated of a young man who was arrested because his phone was tracked. The phone that he had tried to use to, hack. So what you didn't hear, because it was a long video, he had said that the phone that got him in trouble actually. Got him in the police net, had 700K in it. Someone had come to him and said, oh, this phone has 700K in it. And of course, when he had tried it first to buy load airtime, it was successful. And thankfully for the person whose phone had been stolen, he actually even went to Instagram to check the person's followers, check the person's DMs. These people are desperate. A conversation has sparked from this, and people have said things like, is the poverty in the land, the unemployment in the land that's, causing the rise in this, kind of menace. Nobody wants to wake up and hear that, 200K or 1 million from their account has been wiped out. And like we said, do we have the audio ready? Okay, so we'll listen to a real life account of some people who have, gone through this. And then, of course, we'll be back. All right, let's take it.
Yes, my experience of scam came in twofold. The first one, it was some sort of shock, and at the same time, it was never a surprise. It was never a surprise because when the guy, came with his idea of me subscribing to one package, actually I started it, but at the long run, I knew this was going to be a scam, so I had to, stop the whole process. And so it was a shock because even with my discovery of him trying to scam me, he was still able to do something and get into my account and just withdraw some of my money. So that was it. Well, I actually went to the bank when the whole deal has been done. I complained about the fact that my money has been withdrawn by an unknown person, and what they said was maybe at some point I reviewed my password, but I never did. I mean, why would I give someone I don't know my password to? In fact, that would be lasting. I don't know you and I give you my password. It can never happen. But the guy was intelligent with his craft, actually, and so he has a way of going through the back door and getting into my account. So that was my experience.
Okay, the time. has been stolen from my account. Well, okay, the time that I found out that my money has been stolen from my account, well, the actions I took were I sent an email to the bank, and when I did not get a good response, I went to the bank to complain to the customer care, and I got my money back.
Yeah, then there was one, but more phone con X5. I bought Xtel last time, so me I didn't wipe the phone. And more phone, but she low me wipe phone me my mobile app me she one be. She connect to only mail to me share password. She share everything else together. But you transfer wasn't near. But go. And to transfer from family member, no transfer from. All I did, I just went to the bank. But when to transfer, my account don't transfer, you see. And thank God the person called the account, gave me the number and every other thing. Even he helped me to call the man. And to transfer, we see what boy. And to the phone, we're going to share. Or transfer, I said, I shall pay you a put to the channel. Okay. You got to fix no account there. Plumber ni o máa ṣe AC ṣe some every other thing kíní kan máa yẹn wá pé máa yẹn náà gbọ́n yẹn ló sà á ṣé Mr. King ó ní èmi ẹgbẹ́jọ́ mẹ́ta mo dẹ̀ ti ń pè nọ́mbà yẹn látọjọ́ ẹ̀ píkẹ́ ó ní ẹ̀ má bínú ṣe rántí mọ́ báyìí èmi ni mọ́tò mi báyìí sọ́nà ọ̀dọ̀ yín tí mo ní AC òṣìṣẹ́ mọ́ tí mo ní mọ́ lọ́ba àtẹ bá mi ṣe wọ́n ní ẹ̀ má bínú náà wá ní sorry sàbí mọ́ ẹ̀kọ́lẹ́sà ṣe ṣe wàhálà níbẹ̀ yẹn fẹ́ mo ó pọ́sibú kí n yọ̀dọ̀ yín bóyá she lo idea and so he now gave me the address and everything. So I wanted to carry boys to that place. Think about it, like boys low. At that time it was just 35,000 naira. More. At the center our boys said to Bugwe, last Elisha sick with Jesha. Oh God, it told me I was just like, let me give up. So I now call. No, but I look when you but you worry wa. Egben yẹn ti wá fura. Pé kankan ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n wá lọ sọ fọlọ́pàá bẹ́ẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá lọ sọ fún pé nǹkan tẹ́ ṣe ẹni ẹ̀ lè sọ fún yín pé 10 million lè wáyà kó lákàntó ẹ̀ ní chance ẹ̀ máa sàn ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣàṣe bọ́lọ́ police tẹ̀mí ṣàṣe pàbí police ṣe pè mí fúnra wọn nìyẹn o pé ṣé kinní kan ló ń sọ lórí kan ní oníkà máa bọ̀ nípò ti jẹ̀ṣà báyìí ká tó débẹ̀ wọ́n ti bọ̀bọ́ yẹn mọ́lé fúnra wọn bọ̀ wọ́n play game fún mi náà ni wọ́n yà ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ mo ṣàrẹ̀wó gbà mo rí 28,000 àbí kan gbà lára ẹ̀ that's how it went o.
For those who don't understand Yoruba, basically, let me just summarize his story. He actually sold his phone, and the person he sold his phone to actually sent details that they found on his phone to, his brother, who is actually involved in all of this scamming. And then they were trying to get more information from him and calling him. And so he got wind of the fact that they were trying to scam him. He got the police involved. And of course, that's how his story went. To say that, even when you sell your phone, if you give your phone to somebody else, be conscious of what you leave behind on the phone. Pictures, information, data, whatever. It's so important as well. All right. So I think those are the ones that we got. Let's leave that there. And of course, open phone lines for a couple of people who may want to contribute as well, because the conversation goes further to talk about, when they catch these guys who people say, they sort of have some level of brilliance to do what they do. There's a level of brilliance, So what do you do? Yes, there are factors. Narcisse told us about how we have a part to play, and oftentimes on Beyond the Surface, I like to look at the part that we all have to play. Government has a part to play. The people have their part to play. And then, of course, nature will play its part anyway. Things will always happen when there's a vacuum, and we know unemployment, poverty, we're grappling with those, forces in Nigeria, in Africa generally. And when young people obviously are restless and they don't find things to do, they will pick up all sorts of, hobbies and ridiculous things that they started, which obviously hurts all of us. So when people say we're sitting on a keg of gunpowder, when the majority of our youths are unemployed, do not have jobs, are underpaid, then we're going to keep having a rise in cases like this. So government has its part to play, and we have our part to play. We have to make sure we ensure that we do not put details out there, especially in this day on social media where everybody puts their details out there, what you're eating, what you're doing, where you live. There was a gentleman who was tweeting about how, some people feel that putting your life out there means you're going to be popular. But then people know where you live. People know what you do, the intimate things that you do on a day-to-day basis, and so they can, trace you or track you that way. So we have to be mindful. Yes, nobody's saying don't post on social media, but ensure that you still have some level of, privacy. That is still super important. All right. So obviously, the conversation of, what to do with these boys when they catch them. People say, are you for, rehabilitate them and ensure they start working in order to, does that even make any sense to you? If it does, I'd like to hear one or two people. I don't have too much time left, but I'd like to hear your thoughts and your views. You can call us real quickly on 080-5699-8678, 080-5699-8678. We'd like to know your thoughts, and especially if you have if you had this kind of experience before, we'd love to hear from you. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. What's your name, please?
Yeah, good morning. My name is Shegun.
Oh, hello, Shegun. Please tell us, what are your thoughts? Did you listen to the audio, the young man? Was it something you had seen on social media already?
Yes, I did. I listened to everything. I have some things to contribute.
Right. Yes, please.
Okay. But I agree with Latifi that the guy is an amateur. He's just corny. It is corny. He's not that... not that brilliant, as he said. However, that being said, I think he has an accomplice. He has an accomplice in the banking system.
People have said that the banks also need to set up.
Because please, I'll call back, please. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So I was trying to make a point which a lot of people have actually noted and pointed out that, even the banks, yes, they need to sit up. And then sometimes there are some people working in the banks also who sort of act like accomplice to some of these local hackers. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name, please?
Joseph calling.
Joseph, good to have you here. Oh, good to have you here, Joseph. Thank you for calling in. Go ahead, Joseph.
Ronnie, I have been following you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to say something. I was the victim directly from my aunt.
Oh, wow.
She lost the phone, and she's about 30 to 70, but it is something. She lost the phone over the night. Maybe she forgot it in her place of work and all that. She just relaxed. Before the next morning, she went to go to the bank to make a transaction the next morning, and discovered that her two accounts had been wiped off. Over 1.something million was wiped off. So it was a terrible season for us, the family and all that. We have gone to the police, we tried to track the number. The trouble the police alone is enough to keep is killing enough to let it go. But the truth is that this guy cannot do anything. One of the two things. One, they can't do anything without the help of an insider. I don't think so. Number two is that we created this monster ourselves because they were they were hacking international accounts and everybody was
and all of us were thinking
about it's our money that they stole that we are taking back from them. Now, when they are done doing that, they will face us. That's the truth, and they are putting us already now. So we just have to. Everybody just have to come up and.
Oh wow, what happened to that line? Okay, well, thank you so much. Absolutely true, and I said that in the beginning as well. When you're comfortable when your neighbor is getting looted, killed, or harassed, and you're comfortable because it's not you. So trust me, you're definitely next. So we must never stay quiet in the midst of somebody of injustice of any kind to other people. And I remember people were saying is our money that they're going to take back, and some of the time, one of the things that I didn't play when the boy was talking was also the fact that he's an artist. People have said all sorts of things. A lot of these people, especially these young boys who want to go into music, they have this lifestyle they want to live. So in their music videos, they want to be spraying money, spraying champagne, living the life. And because their music is obviously not hot enough to get that kind of money, they want to live like Davido, Wizkid. So for some of them, this is what they do underground in order to support that, that passion. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
This is Opayemi, calling from Limbo.
Good to have you here, Opayemi from Limbo. All right, go ahead.
I just want to talk a little about the guy. The guy doesn't really look like that. It looks kind of just a corny one. And the best thing for every one of us just to be very, very security conscious. You save your thing. Just know your password and everything. Just know it to yourself. Don't disclose it. And whenever you are even selling house or selling house your phone, imagine the other guy. He saw that phone. Not to wipe off the phone, everything. So that is one of the easiest ways to get to some of these security things.
Absolutely.
So just wait and may God save us for this country.
Amen.
And I think the government can really provide a better job for everybody. Like a lot of girls are outside there.
That would be ideal.
And a lot of apart from in the girl that
this boy had said he finished. He dropped out in SS2. As you can see, he speaks. At least he can communicate. He speaks English. So he went to school, but he said he dropped out in SS2.
Exactly. It's because of there's no even job outside here. A lot of girls are outside. They are doing like 30, 40K monthly. Where would that kind of money carry?
Exactly.
So those are the issue. And if government can really rehabilitate this guy, I think there's a point in rehabilitating them. Like they can use their intelligence to do something good to the society.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate that's one of the topics we wanted to explore, one of these days as well, about how obviously not everybody has to go to prison. I know in Nigeria, arrest, throw in prison. Some people have even been there for years without getting a proper hearing, so but what are the alternative ways to sort of because even prison is supposed to be correctional, not just punishment, correctional. So how do we ensure that people are corrected, people are rehabilitated, as opposed to just throwing them behind bars and forgetting them, and then years later they come back even worse? Somebody made a point about how some of these guys even, they don't care. They'll go to prison for 1 year, 2 years. They saved as 500K. They know they come back and even better. And I hear they have some sort of, levels even in prison, where some of them are allowed to have phones. Some of them do all sorts in prison because they know, they settle these guards and all of these things. We hear all sorts of things, So, so it doesn't do us well if to just throw people in prison just because he's stolen a phone. People who are looting us and stealing billions, they're still walking around, and some of them even get back and contest for, positions in Nigeria. But anyway, unfortunately, that's all we have time to do today. Our time is gone. Thank you so much for your calls. Thank you for all of those who we approach on the streets and they just speak to us. We appreciate it. And thank you for those who just listened. We appreciate you as well. I'm sure one day you take it upon yourselves to call us. We'd love to hear your voice and hear your thoughts one of these days. And I'll be back on Tuesday on the Morning Splash, so make sure. I'll be back on Saturday, 6 p.m. This 6 p.m. Ladies Lounge will be live. M-Spice Charity, Ronke Giwa Onafuwa. I'll be live in the studio. For all of those who have been following us, who love us, we're going to be live taking your telephone calls, talking about some of highlights of some of our topics on Ladies Lounge. It's become such a popular show. We thank you all so much. So this Saturday, we're going to be live in the studio. We'd love you to call us and, talk to us. But before I go, happy birthday, M-Spice. Today is Miriam Adiola Gbadebo's birthday. Happy birthday to M-Spice. We love you. We appreciate you. You're amazing. The Duchess and the Queen is a year older today. So if you know her number, please hit her up with so much love, more love that she can bear today. We love you very much, M-Spice. Have an amazing day. That's it from me. Thank you for joining me on the program. Till next week, I'm Ronke Giwa Onafuwa. Good morning.